Hello and good evening. Um, Today is Friday, so that means the CDC has refreshed the VAERS data, and you can see here on my screen, I have the received date of 02/11, which is from last week. So the full week has been added from the 6th to the 11th, or from the 5th to the 11th, and so if I do here, um, select count star from VAERS data 2022. So let me just walk you through what I did. So the last time I uploaded the data in VAERS 2 database, I did data, symptoms, and vax just like this. But this time, to make it easier, I'm loading the data separately into different tables, and I'm going to import them all into one table. So here I have VAERS data 2020, 2021, and 2022 for data, symptoms, and vax. And what I can do is right click one of these and do script table as, create to new query editor window. And this will allow me to create a table with this exact same structure as the VAERS data 2022. So what I'm going to do is just create a table called data that has the exact same what do you call it, design, with the same variables and the same or the same fields and the field types. So let me go ahead and do that now. So I'm going to create a new table called data. And what I'm going to do is anytime you won't see a table here. If you refresh the table, you'll see I have data there now. So what I can do now is do select star into data, or insert into data, select star from VAERS data 2020. So this should allow me to this should automatically insert everything from VAERS data 2020 into the data table. So 49,727. And then all I gotta do is just change this to 2021. And crap, I forgot how long 2021 takes. 2021 takes so long to insert. Okay, that's 748,461 rows. And then 2022, I'm going to insert into the data. And it's 47,218. So if you notice, actually, what's interesting is VAERS data from 2020 is 49,727 rows. And that's from all of 2020. But from 2021, this is oh, excuse me, 2022, not 2021. Let me stop that. So 2022 has 47,218, and 2020 has 49,727. So 2022 is already approaching the amount of VAERS data that 2020 had for the entire year in the first 2 months. We're almost 2,000 rows, there. So let me create this next table. There's symptoms, script table as, create to new query editor window. And this will be symptoms. And I'll import all of the data into that. Let me go ahead and create VAERS vax while I'm at it too. Create to new query editor window. I'm just going to call it vax. Okay. So refresh and data, symptoms, and vax. It's annoying that vax is all the way down at the bottom, but what can I do? So now what we're going to do is import all of the data into those tables. So we got all the data imported into the data table. Now I'm going to import them into the symptoms table. So insert into symptoms, select star from VAERS symptoms 2020. And that's 60,908 rows. And then 2021, select star from VAERS symptoms 2021. And that is 1,886 rows. And then 2022, insert into symptoms, that is 66,927. So that is all of the symptoms data inserted. Now what we're going to do is comment that out and do so there's a function called begin trans or begin transaction if you want to be wordy, but if you do begin trans, what you can do is then do commit or roll back, or begin tran, excuse me, not trans. And then you can do commit or roll back. So what begin transaction allows you to do is insert the data, and then if you inserted it wrong, you can roll back what you just did to the table. So well, let me show you how it works. So let me insert this insert into vax, and this is the last one. Select star from there's vax 2020. So I can do begin tran and then do that. It's 59,741. If I do select star from vax, and let me look at that, I have 59,741. And what I can do is actually roll back what I just did. So it'll roll back what I just did, and then vax will have nothing in the table. So let me go ahead and run that again, however much it was. 59,741 rows, and then let me insert 2021. And then 792,738, and then 2022, 53,333. So that is all of the data now where we want it. So now whenever there's an update next week, we can just import the flat file for 2022 and just do drop the data, the symptoms in the vax table, and then just reinsert them. And it should be much quicker than, for some reason I deleted the tables on here, and so this is going to be much quicker than in importing the flat files for all 3 years. We can just import the flat file for 1 year. I know I could like delete, so I could actually do like delete from data, where receive date is greater than say 01/01/2022. So I could say delete all the data where the received, or delete from data where the receive date is greater than 01/01/2022. And that would delete all the data from the year 2022 in the data table. And so I could do that, but I don't want to mess with the integrity of the data. So I'm going to drop the tables and then reinsert everything every time. So now what I'm going to look at is the Wonder system again, VAERS data search. And first, what I'm going to do is I took a screenshot of the data before yesterday, before it updated today. And I want to see how big of a change was it between how big of a change was it between today and last week. So here we have, this was the data last week, 2,776 COVID-19 vaccines reported. Your session timed out. Let me refresh the page. What is it? VAERS.html. Okay. I agree. There's data search. So we're going to do vaccine type, group by that. And I believe this was the myocarditis is what I had open, where the symptoms are like myocarditis. Where's the Y? Is myocarditis bacterial, infectious, mycotic? I wonder if this is, I'm not sure what all the rest of those are, but let me go ahead and send that and see what we get. So it's 2,807 cases of reported myocarditis now. And it's 2,936. So this was last week's CDC wonder data. And that's 2776, and 2807 minus 2876 minus 2776. It's 31. So there's 31 new cases of myocarditis reported in the VAERS data system every week. And I did a query where I actually got this 2,807. Let me just show you that. So, okay. It's actually on the other video as well. But so what I did last time was do select star from data, where the symptom and underscore text was like myocarditis, DITI at the end. Select star from data, where symptom underscore text like myocarditis. We'll see if we get the same thing that we did last week. $2,808. What did it say here? 2,807. So what I had on my last video was not correct. This myocarditis is actually misspelled. MIO carditis. Oh, you know what? It's where we got to look at the vaccine type as well. Hold up. All right. So I actually looked at this yesterday. And let me go ahead and look at this here. So I did the inner join on the vax, and that's into hashtag correct number. The key was that you have to add this vax underscore type equal to COVID-19. So let me add the symptom underscore text, like myocarditis. Myocarditis, but myocarditis. This is weird though. Some of them spell the Y with an I accidentally. People who don't know how to spell. I wonder if the VAERS data catches that. It'd be interesting to find out. Let's go ahead and run this and see what we get. Some of these queries take a long time to run because there's a lot of data. So that query took 30 seconds. And there's 2,980. Let me go back and do exactly what I did last time to get the close all, to get the exact number that the CDC was showing. So all symptoms, all vaccine products, all manufacturers, but in here, the report completed dates is 2020, 2021, and 2022. So we just want these 3 years of data in the report completed. And we also want, what was it? Life-threatening here. Events category is life-threatening. And seeing what we have in here. So there's 13,199. I believe it was 13,111 yesterday, but don't quote me on that. Y'all could go back and watch the video. So this 13,199, I believe I got it exactly last time where I said, so using this query and where life-threatening, where's the light? It's L underscore threat, I believe, right here, is not null. D.L underscore threat is not null. So I should get this number when I run that. So I'm still getting 13,100. Oh, this is, oh, that's why it's still connected to VAERS 2. I'm on the wrong database. I made the schoolboy error of running on the wrong database. So 1 second. Let me switch to this one and run the exact same thing. Whenever I run it here, I get 13,243. Hmm. L underscore threat equals to Y. I thought I had this all figured out, and then one change, and then it goes crazy. V dot backs type equals COVID-19. You know what? Let me try to join the data table to the vax table and do it that way. I remember thinking that the vax table is um, the main table that where all the tables branch off of is the vax table, because this is the vaccine adverse event reporting system. So it makes sense that the vaccine table is the main table, and then data and symptoms come off of the vaccine. So now I can do where v dot vax underscore type like equals to COVID-19. Let's see how this goes. That's the total, 796,000. Oh, we need to add the life threatening. So that is let's see what that is. 13,243. I'm getting the same amount. Let me do d.l underscore thread is equal to y. See what that gives me. Still 13,243. Should be 13,199. Let me go back and see what exactly I'm missing. Life threatening. Did I do serious yes last time? Date reported. Maybe it's the date report received. I think I did the date report received last time. So vaccine type, all I believe, yeah, I think that's it. See, this is date report completed, date report received, date of onset, and date died. Let me do the date the report was received. I could be seeing some There could be some differences between those. $13,243. Okay, that was it. So the date report received and the date report completed are two different things. Basically, that tells you that that someone waited to complete the report. So, or maybe the report was sent into the CDC. So someone wrote it out as a PDF, and then it was sent to the CDC, and the CDC loaded it themselves later, and that's the date the report's completed. And that is the what the data is based on that you export is the date the report is completed, not the date the report is received, or the date the report is done. Date report completed and date report received. Excuse me. I would have to look at the data dictionary for that, but I got the same answer now, so I'm pretty sure I'm right. Let me. Okay. So this was last week's data, and that was $13,111, and now it's 13,243, which is a difference of 132. So there were 132 events possibly caused by the vax that were life-threatening last week. I wonder what those are. But first, I'm going to go. So this is basically telling you that, hey, I can get now exactly what the CDC is getting with the query. And I believe what's going on here, the results are for 12,562 total events. I believe that's the number of patients. But the events reported is the total number of vaccines administered. So there's 2 or 3 for each patient, or for a few patients. Then that's the total events. And then the events reported is higher because it's by vaccine. 14,208 is the events. 13,243. Let's look at some of these life-threatening. Let's look at some of the life-threatening data and see what exactly is potentially life-threatening about these, and what is concerning people based on the symptom underscore text. So actually, let's do it where there's no history of past illness. So there's no history of past illness for the patient. And so in history, you can see none. We'll do history none or history null. No, none is guaranteed. So let's do and history is equal to none. See what shows up. So there's no history, and there's 2,206 of those with no history, but this is for the COVID-19 vaccine, but they're life-threatening. The illness was potentially life-threatening. So now let's look at the age. We could look at the age of the person. Let's say they're under 30. So I'm 28. Let's do the age in years is under 30. say d dot age underscore years is less than 30. Okay. This you have to put in quotes in order to get it to be less than 30. Since the age in years, I believe, is in actually we could look at that. So the age in years is a float. So with the float, you have to put it in quotes. And so because you have like 25.0. Actually, they just started putting in this float number. That's interesting. Where it was whole numbers, and then 2022, they made it a 0.0 number. That's different. Yeah, interesting. So last week on the 9th, there was a woman in Florida who was 27. And on the 8th, there was a male who was 28. And the male he had shot 3, which is a booster. And this female has had a cough since August. 10/22/2021. So it looks like there's a mass 4.3 by 5.3 centimeter mass in lungs, positive lung cancer. I mean, honestly, that could not probably be caused by the vaccine. Like, I mean, anyone could get hit with lung cancer at any time. She was in the hospital for 20 days, and she was vaccinated August 20th, and the onset date was October 25th. But it's just been reported. The report's been received February 9th. Wait, hold up. The receive date was February 9th. The vax date was August 20th, 2021. Today's date is February 9th. When was the report filled out? Is the CDC behind on the VAERS data? Because the VAERS was received February 9th, but the symptoms text is from October 22nd. The vax date is August 20th and October 25th. And this was data from last year that's just now been received and processed. How slow are they going processing these? Because the symptoms text has October 22nd, but why wouldn't you fill it out like immediately after that? Let me look at the yeah, I don't know. Let me look at the data here and the data dictionary. Interpreting VAERS data. VAERS data use guide. So in the VAERS data, date form completed is the report date. So we have the receive date Where's the report date? The report date on all of these are null. Yeah, the report date is null. This is from October 22nd, 2021. Why is the CDC not filling out the report date? Oh, it's discontinued. When was it discontinued? So let's look at the difference between the amounts of reports between so this is the data from last week, the week prior to last, I mean, that hasn't been updated. Select count star from vax where vax underscore type, like COVID-19. $788,921. Run the same thing on this right here. On VAERS 0218. 796,191. 796,191. And what I want to know is if there's any date in the symptom text between any dates in the symptom text that were received last week. So last week was the 11th or the 4th through the 11th or the 5th through the 11th. I wonder if it includes that Friday. Yeah, it does. The 5th through the 11th. So we've gone from 788,921 to 796,191. What is that? 7,270. 7,270. Okay. So let's go back to the other one. Okay. So that's 13,243. Let's remove the life-threatening threat. Of the L threat field is equal to Y. And see what we get here. Oh, you know what? This was revised November 2020. I wonder if that's whenever they discontinued the report date. Um, right before the when was the vaccine introduced? December 2020? Yeah. Hmm. Okay. 796,191. Um, that's what I got. Where's that select at that I did here? Yeah, 796,191. So this is the query we need to use as a base. Right now, I'm not really worried about symptoms because we have the symptom underscore text. But let me see if I can get the myocarditis thing to match like I did last time. So vaccine type, all vaccine products, all manufacturers, all ages, all genders. Let me change this to, oh my goodness, my mouse is way United States, all events serious. Um all dates, report receive date is 2020 through 2022. Hit send. See what we have here. $796,191. That's exactly what I got here. Let me go back and do the myocarditis symptom and see if I can get it to match. Send. See what it gives me. 2,807. And if I do and d dot symptom text, myocarditis, what do I get? Two 2017. Um, hmm. um, Bears 0218. Let me change the name of this to 0211. See how that goes. It's strange that they discontinued the report date. I don't understand that logic. Um, so I probably need to have everything that's connected to it. So you need to make sure that the database is not locked. Where did I have? Instead of the vax, let me just do the data. Select star from data. Where symptom. Underscore text. Like Um, that is 2,808. There's 2,807. I don't know where the one row is coming from. Let me do myocarditis. Is that an S at the end? See what that gives us. I don't understand how they're doing the symptoms, how they're dealing with the symptoms here. It kind of doesn't make sense to me. That's 2,800. What is so I saw a report date with myocarditis with an I. What does that give us? Where I saw a symptom text with myocarditis with an I. And the symptom text takes a long time to filter. Yeah. Hmm. See this? The symptoms text is June 7th, says June 17th, 2021, but the received date shows December 21st, 2021. Like, this is an online form, right? Do they call the hospital and confirm it? This is like, don't go after someone and try to find their identity. Um, yeah, June is a whole 6 months. Like, that's a long time. There's 7 rows that are like myocarditis. Let me do the vax to the symptoms. Symptoms. One billion rows. I want to look at the VAERS front end. Report an adverse event. Report online. I want to look at this and see whether it's reported online. Like, what was the route of reporting? Did the CDC also have that? Like, was it reported online or was it reported through a PDF? Date form completed. It's just today's date. Date report was received. Um, this shows is still today's date. What is that? Yeah. All right. I'm gonna end the video here. Have a good night.